Well, hey guys, welcome back. We are in West Springfield, Massachusetts. It's early Saturday morning before the massive Amherst Railway Society Railroad Hobby Show. And this is the first year on my channel that we've ever attended this show. So I hope you enjoy what you're about to see. Now this show is massive. There's no way I'm going to be able to cover it all. I'm only here one day. Didn't really plan on coming, didn't want to come, but I was talked into it by a special group of people and ended up going ahead and making the trip. So with that said, with one day I'm going to show more of the overview of the show than anything else. Just a few interviews, if any, and I will be selfie styling it all day. No camera crew, nothing like that, just me and my camera. So I hope you enjoy this unique coverage. It's not like Milwaukee or the National Train Show is going to be. Remember, those shows were just a couple months ago, like Milwaukee, so most of the announcements haven't changed, but we'll see what has changed. Try to get that in, get some layouts in, and get you an entire view of the show just to see how huge it is. So with that said, let's get started right now. Now the first thing I want to show you before we head out the hotel room door is the actual map layout. Now you can pause your video at any time to get a better look at this, but this is in several buildings. And then you have the exhibitor list. Look at all these pages of exhibitor list. So this shows you just how large the show is. So that's an overview. Let's head to the show. So we're outside just to give you an idea of what all buildings this show entails. In the Young Building, which is where the Monster LEDs, the MTH and Digitrax, or not Digitrax, but MRC and a couple other ones were in. That's this building. And then you got the Stro building, which I haven't been in yet. You've got the Better Living Center with scale trains, Exactrail, several other things. They've got steam engine out here they're firing off. And then over here, you'll see that dome up on the skyline by that tree. That's another building. So those are the buildings that this show is composed of. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings total. So just a crazy amount of space. 1, 2, 3, or 4 buildings total. Well, our first stop here is to the Scale Trains booth, as you can see behind me. I've got Paul Ellis here with Scale Trains, and we're taking a look with him at the new Gevo Tier 4s that they just announced. And one of the things pretty exciting about this show are the Gevos. And Paul, you want to talk more about them?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for coming by today, James. We're happy to be showing the new Tier 4 Gevos. As we announced yesterday, we've announced General Electric Tier 4 Gevo locomotive, which is General Electric's latest and newest locomotive in their series. Today we're showing off versions of both the Operator Series and the Rivet Counter line. We have all the different examples here lined up. Ones you're looking at right now are part of the Operator Series, which is our value price line. So here for CSX, Burlington Northern Santa Fe, Canadian National, Union Pacific, and GECX pre-production field test. And moving down the line. Here we see our Rivet Counter versions, which are our highly detailed versions. CSX, BNSF, Union Pacific, Canadian National, Norfolk Southern, and the GECX Blue Demo / field test units.
So real nice locomotives here. All the ones on the right are rivet counters, and it looks like there's a lot more features on the rivet counters. In price, $225 for sound and $150 for non-sound on the rivet counter, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And then the operators don't come with sound at all, and they're 99. Is that right?
There's a non-sound version. I believe, if I remember correctly, there will be a value price sound version for the operators as well. And you can start looking at the operator series. You can see the details on those and how they differ from the rivet counter.
Yep, a little more that you can build up, but still quite nice detail on those.
Yeah, when you look at the rivet counter versions, you can see all the different variations that we have done per road name and per road number. You can see some of the differences here, like on the CSX, for example. You can compare the two, how this unit here is based on an earlier delivery with the squared off compartment around the exhaust stack versus a later delivery where GE revised the engine hood area. It's a little bit lower, and it's got an angled section around the exhaust.
Yep, so both versions, early and late.
Yeah.
Well, early and later.
Later, yeah, exactly. Early and later.
All right, well, thanks, Paul, for your time, and we'll continue coverage here at the Amherst Railway Society Railroad Hobby Show.
All right,
thanks, man. So I got a volunteer cameraman, which I appreciate, thanks. And we're here with Andy Edelman with MTH. Big announcement from MTH is actually G-scale items, right, Andy?
It sure is, yeah. We're bringing some new G-gauge items back out to the market. First time in a number of years. Headlining it is our UP 4884 Big Boy. We're doing two versions of that, a coal version and an oil version, which is kind of the rebuild of 4014, so it's numbered that way. We've got our GS4 Northern, Southern Pacific Daylight, one of the favorite engines that we've done in the past. That'll be out mid-year. We're currently building our Dash 8s in 4- and 6-wheel trucks, narrow nose and wide body nose. They're in production now and should be in the market by end of March. And then a smattering of rolling stock items and new paint schemes and whatnot from previous runs. So it's real exciting. G-gauge has been a tough market over the years with the recession and whatnot, probably the worst of all the scales in terms of being affected by it, but it's definitely snapping around now, so we're excited about this.
Yeah, you got real good pricing on it, and we can take a closer look at like 4014 here. You know, some of the pricing I noticed was almost in the HO scale range. Not 4014, but some of the items.
Yeah,
and
it's not far off, you're right.
Yeah, you got 4014, and then got some Amtrak and Norfolk Southern F unit, Amtrak Dash 8s, right? Yeah, and then the Norfolk Southern F units. So real excited to hear about that, and then you did real well with your subway cars as well. So
Subway cars and HO did real well. They shipped out last summer, and we sold through most of those.
Yep.
And we got some new announcements for HO coming up later this spring. And so the HO business is doing quite well. O-gauge steady as always. You can find the G-gauge catalog on our website. It's a digital download, or you can call us and we'll send you out a copy. And the HO book, look for that sometime late spring.
Cool. Thanks, Andy. Thanks for your time. Great products, and we look forward to seeing what you guys have in 2017.
Excellent. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by.
All right. Take care. All right, guys, we're here at the Train World booth, and very little do I get to see and visit with Ken Bianco Jr. unless I'm driving in New York City traffic and getting honked at and getting told to go F myself. So
But now we're in Boston, so it's
now
all
we're
good.
so we're over here, and you know, I always forget my toll money in New York, which messes me up.
Yep.
So it's nice to be able to get access to Train World without going to New York for once. But I do like New York. It's a good city. But we got the booth here. They're doing lots of things, and Ken's going to tell us about what's up at Train World.
Yeah, so basically we're just promoting ourselves, meeting, greeting with customers that we know, handing out some flyers, and I've been to the show a couple of times. We haven't had a table, but this is our first time where I have a table. We're not selling this time, but maybe in the future, who knows. But it's great to see everyone here. I'm actually surprised. There's actually a lot of young kids here, which is great to see. So I'm stoked about that, and I think it's good for the younger generation to come into the hobby. So
Yeah, that's what we got to do to replace ourselves as we get older. We need the hobby to survive, and shows like this really make it happen.
oh yeah,
So-
the amount of people here is crazy.
Yeah.
So
So I'm glad to see you guys here. I think anybody that attends the show really gets the word out about their business. So always making smart decisions. The guy behind TrainWorld.com.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, James.
Thank you. Amherst show is Monster LEDs by Big Al Mayo. Now, some people think that me and Al have some sort of rivalry going on, but we're going to dispel that right now. We're good, right?
What's up, dog? We're good. No, I got problems with you, man. Problems. Everyone see that? Problems. Nah, we're good. We're cool, dog.
But yeah, we're gonna take a look at his LEDs since we never got to review them. And here you got him. He's got a good job of showing some of the manufacturer LEDs, what they look like the Broadway Limited there in the blue versus what he does. This brass SD70 M-flared radiator has just on point interior cab lighting that he did with his kits. And then today's announcement for him is in-scale kits. So here's his card. You can check out more right there. There's the address. Pause the screen if you need to, but in-scale kits and HO scale kits are on sale. And I think they look really good. Real nice and bright. And it was good to be able to take a look here versus, reviewing them at home, because they're hard for me to install, but a lot of people find it very easy to install and a nice upgrade to the manufacturer's produced items. So he's got a lot of brass out here, lots of customers visiting. So there's a whole nother row. You can see that Rio Grande unit. That's what the units look like without the LED upgrade, and here it is with the LED upgrade. So you can definitely see the difference as they stand out. There's the new unit there. So real good job on these LEDs, and a lot cheaper than Ehrlich models, which is out of their toast.
Gone. 62.
So hey guys, we're at the Exactro booth. Need to show Exactro some love. We missed them at Milwaukee because they've got some exciting products. You got Blaine Hatfield here, an Exactro legend.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, but you really, you're a pivotal brain behind a lot of the stuff, and you do a great job, and you know a lot about the prototypes. So tell us what's out from Exactro and what's new.
Absolutely. The two newest releases that we have are, first, the Trinity 64-foot Trin Cruel Reefer. And what we've done with this car is we've offered it in a new paint scheme. In about 2004, if I recall correctly, they started moving the reporting marks high up on the car side. And that was due to the graffiti that these cars would get. Of the 12 numbers that we've offered, each number has been verified as one that has been moved high up onto the car side. So we've covered that really well. And then the newest release is the Greenville 7100 auto parts boxcar. It's been an extraordinarily popular car for us. We're offering it in 6 paint schemes. The artwork from some of the previous releases has been tweaked and refined. So these are really clean, authentic models.
Cool. And the so with the reefer cars, unless you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or somebody doing graffiti, you should be fine with the reporting marks a little higher.
Right, or a ladder.
Yeah. But thanks for your time, Blaine. Always exciting stuff coming from Exactrail. So look forward to the future from your company because you got some good stuff.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
So if you get a DCC rating with sound, I'm going to look around.
So we're here at Atherin's booth. Another new announcement. Another new announcement since Milwaukee. They just don't quit.
Nope.
So actually, a couple different things to show you. So Chris Palomares. I had difficulty with your name at the beginning, but I got it down now.
You got it down. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Well, starting off, we have the ACF 4600 center flow hopper. It's the Plate B. It's the shorter, longer version of it. We have 3 different body styles. The early with the high brake wheel, the early with the low brake wheel, and then the late version, the post 1971. It has 2 horizontal ribs going across the top of the roof, right underneath the roof. But I can show you a quick one right here.
Yep.
This one shows off the 2 different early versions. We have the low brake wheel, the high brake wheel, the side ladder. And yeah, we're really excited about it. We're also going to have a lot of different gate variations, a bunch of different hatches for the top, and road-specific detail, of course, known for being in our Genesis line. So
Cool.
we have that.
Yep.
And-
What else we got?
Well, let's go over to the SP&S Challenger over here.
Okay. So here we got the N-scale version of the early Challenger, right?
Yep, N-scale early Challenger. We have the HO and the N-scale kind of side by side here. We just announced the second run of these, so we're taking pre-orders on the second number for the SP&S. More variants for the NPZ8. So we have that coming in. The last is we have the SCP-40F.
Okay.
Kind of like in progress.
Decorated sample, huh?
No.
No?
This is the old blue box.
Oh, okay.
This is where it all started. This is the old blue box here. So you'll see the buck tooth and inaccurate everything. But coming up over here, you can see we have the Genesis version. This is a Santa Fe variant. And the Santa Fe variant's going to have road-specific detail for the Santa Fe model. Also, the different antenna configuration. Different handrails for the front, that's specific to Santa Fe. We're also, of course, going to be doing all the different variations for the Amtrak as well. Pointed, flat nose, icicle breakers, you name it, we're doing it. So,
Cool, Chris.
this is where we're at.
Sounds good. Look forward to great products in 2017 from you guys.
Thanks, James.
All right. So what we're taking a look at now is the Young building. This is just one of several buildings of this show. You got MTH in here. You got the A&A Hobbies, Al Mayo's Monster LEZs, Tsunami and Wow Sound. Several different things. MRC's in here. Just a very, very large building, and again, one of several. So I'll give you kind of this overview look of several buildings to see what the show looks like overall. building.
Where do you guys meet, sir? We're at the Amherst Square? Yeah.
This is the Better Living Center building, probably the largest building of the whole show. Well, guys, that wraps up a very exciting day in West Springfield at the Amherst Railway Society Railroad Hobby Show. Just some final impressions on the show. First off, I think that from what I hear from the manufacturers, there's a lot more serious audience at this show. People that are a lot more willing to spend money than at other shows and really dig deep into the products and things available. And then just the size was insane. There's no way I could cover everything. So I hope you guys don't feel that I shortcut you or shortchanged you, I should say. But there's no way to cover it all. So all I could do is kind of show you some of the overviews, give you a few of the manufacturers I missed in Milwaukee, and call it a day and actually go walk around and enjoy the show a little bit myself, because I don't know that I'll be back. It's very, very pricey to do these trips. So, but overall, huge attendance, huge footprint. Probably, I would say Milwaukee is 1/3 the size of this show. So this show being basically 3 times the size of Milwaukee. So by far the largest show in the country, if not the world. Just an amazing show. So lots of cool stuff to be seen out there. I tried to show you guys a few things, both from the private vendors that aren't companies like Almeo stuff, and then the actual companies that I missed in Milwaukee, and then just kind of showing you the crowds and some of the layouts of the buildings. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope it gives you a little idea on what to expect if you ever go to the show, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel. Take care.